Hey there, in this tutorial I'll be showing you how you can get pro vocal mix in FL Studio from start to finish. Yes, we'll be looking at how to mix and also how to master the song so that we'll be ready for publishing on streaming platforms like iTunes, Spotify, and the likes, right? So if you're new, hit the subscribe button down below and let's get started. Now, what you should know about this tutorial is that you need to follow it step by step so you get the most out of it, okay? So that you don't miss any crucial points that will stop you from arriving at your goal. So right here we have our song. Let's listen to it.
I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a little bit right for every single moment. You were there by my side. I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer.
So yeah, so that's the song. This is from a recording academy where the artists get to use already popular song and flip it into Afrobeat. Okay, so this is not an original composition, but the beat is an original composition. So the first thing we're going to do is link the beat to the mixer by clicking this, then link the lead vocals to the mixer and then also the backup vocals. So this is a very simple, recording, just lead vocals and a single backup vocals. So what we're going to do is set the tempo, double click the beat, detect tempo 75 to 150, then we'll click 110, so 110 beats per minute. Let's confirm the tempo.
Until the night is over, when I hold you so tight.
Then somewhere else.
They thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl.
All right, so it's sounding good. So the next thing we're going to do after linking and finding the tempo is finding the right key for this production. Okay, so I'm going to look for the key.
Really loud.
All right, it says G major. Okay, so I'm going to come to the lead vocals. We're going to start by tuning the vocals, and then we're going to choose G major and then low male, of course. Then we'll increase the tuning.
I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you.
So now how you tune vocals is really easy. After you find the scale and make sure that it sounds accurate, next thing you want to do is figure out how to play with these buttons right here. So most times I like to jack up the retune speed to about 8 to 10. Okay, if you want more of that auto tune vibe or more correction, you can increase the retune speed even more, right? The lower the number, the more tuning correction you get. Okay, and then the flex tune, this is why I like auto tune a lot. The flex tune actually preserves the original vibes of the artist. Like it doesn't sound auto-tuned anymore, because if some artists go way off key, you need to increase this number, and the thing is, when you increase this number, you get more of that auto-tune vibe and you may not want more of it. So you can use this flex tune to recover some naturalness, in quotes, from the vocals. Okay, so I could just jack this up here, then maybe put it here.
I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer.
Then if humanize, I like to jack this all the way up to 100 most times.
I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer.
When I turn off the auto tune,
I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer.
So you can already hear the different auto tunes already making it sound more pop-like, more commercial, right? All right, so now we've solved that problem. I'm going to bring down the volume of the vocals just a little bit. All right, so the next thing to do is to remove any background noise. So there's not much noise in the vocal, but you can never be too sure or careful. So I'm going to come right here and I'm going to use Isotope RX voice denoise. And once it's in adaptive mode, you don't really need to set anything else. Just leave it as it is. It's work, with that. And then I also want to remove breath, not remove, control it. Okay, so but you can take it out 100% if you want, but I just want to control a bit of it, then increase the sensitivity.
I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a little bit right for every single moment. You were there by my side. I wanna be in your life until.
Right, so done that. Then next I'm going to remove some mouth movements. It's common for artists to when you sing, right, it's natural for your lips to clash with your lips, with your teeth, right, or for you to make mouth noises when you sing, okay? So it's only natural, so it's best to take it out so it sounds cleaner.
I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer.
Right. So no, it's clean. Now, if your CPU or your computer is not, high power, like it doesn't have a lot of power, like CPU power, you can just render the vocal at this point and then take away the plugins. But since mine does have that power, I can, move with it, especially since it's just a minimal mixing session of just, basically 2 vocals. So come right here next. I'll use FL Studio's compressor to even out the parts that are inconsistent or unbalanced in the vocals. Okay. So I like to have mine usually at like halfway. Okay. So if you notice your vocals is still inconsistent after following my presets for compressing vocals, then you need to adjust your threshold to to a higher number so that it locks the vocals in more. And if it sounds over compressed or squashed, you need to relax the number. Okay. So let me come right here, somewhere here. And then ratio, I'm going to come to, I like to use between 4 and 5 ratio 1. So I could just leave this right here. And then my attack, I like to have at 8 to 10 milliseconds. I like a fast attack on vocals. Then release, between 200 to 500 is good, but I'll keep mine at, 500. It's a relatively slow release, somewhere around 500. Okay. And then I'm going to listen. And if the vocals is too low, I'll simply increase the gain.
I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side. I wanna be in your life until the night is over. Till I catch you like a day son. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Till I get sticky, girl, I think that I'm stuck. And I'm in the wrong when I know you gon' come for me. Never gonna not either. Your loving is just to me.
Alright, so before going any further, I want to let you know that you can get these vocal sessions on our website. The link is in the description of this video, or it will be attached to this video as well. So you can get the vocal sessions, the raw recordings, and follow along this lesson, or even just to practice your own mixing skills on your own, because when you get high quality vocal recordings to work with, the better your mixing tends to be, and also the faster you get to learn. So again, you can get it from the link in the description, or you can just visit our website, setutorials.com/collections/sessions. You see it there, different vocal sessions you can get. You can preview each one and see which you like, and then you can get it to practice and perfect your mixing. Let's get back to the lesson. Right, so I'm going to come back here, and then now I can use basic EQ to take away some low-end mods, some mid-range issues, and then some high-end harshness. Then I'm going to come right here, high pass, steep 8. I actually want to like take away between like 90 to 130, 140 hertz. So
until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every.
Then I'm going to take away some mid-range issues.
Until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. Until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a
So the trick to this is I just want to take this up a notch, right? You don't have to make this too tiny, just like allow some allowance and take it up. And wherever sounds like has the most nasal sounding, vibe, that's the point you want to take out, okay?
Until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment.
When you cut this, try not to go, all the way deep, just about -1 to -3 dB is great. So
until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side. I wanna be in your life until the night is.
without EQ.
fun till the night is over. Wanna hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side, my side. I wanna be in your life until the night is over. Wanna hold you so tight, coming closer.
So if you listen closely, you can hear that it just sits better in the mix, with decent EQ, okay? So the next thing we're going to do is take away resonance from the vocals, and we'll be using silk vocal from waves to take away the resonance from the vocal, and it's very easy to use. All you have to do is just use this to take away some low-end resonance, mid-range resonance, and high-end resonance. And what I also like this is that it also kind of doubles like an EQ. So, you have to also be careful how you use this, all right? Because you don't want to make your vocals too thin or too boxy, okay? So let's listen. This is just the default. Let's see how it sounds.
Fun till the night is over. Wanna hold you so tight, coming closer.
Now it's sounding a bit too thin, so I'm going to relax it.
Fun till the night is over. Wanna hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my.
Now, the vocals, the beats is overshadowing the vocals. So I'm going to drop the beats down a bit.
Fun till the night is over. Wanna hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side, my side. I wanna be in your life until the night is over. Wanna hold you so tight, coming closer.
So let's hear the difference, before this side the vocal sounds.
Fun till the night is over. Wanna hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side, my side. I wanna be live until the night.
So you can hear there's a big difference before and after, right? So I'm going to now use a second compressor. I like to do serial compression on my vocals. And I'm going to use CLA2A. Serial compression is just simply using two different compressors or two different compressor settings on the same bus for your mixing, okay? So I'm going to compress this to about -3 to -7 dB.
Fun till the night is over. Wanna hold you so tight, coming closer.
See the gain reduction happening right here, okay? So I just want the vocals to be a bit tight because a lot of modern vocals, especially if it's hip hop or Afrobeat, they tend to have tighter compressions these days. So that's why I'm trying to go with that style.
Fun till the night is over. Wanna hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side, my side. I wanna be you.
Now, if you are struggling to get the right volume attenuation for your vocals, simply drag it up, bring it all the way down and drag it up gradually till it sounds right to you, okay?
Fun till the night is over. Wanna hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side, my side. I wanna be in your life until the night is over.
So I'm going to use another EQ, and I'm just going to take away some high end because the vocal is a bit too bright.
Fun till the night is over. Wanna hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side, my side. I wanna be.
So there are a couple of ways you can add more weights to your vocals. Now I could decide to do a parallel comp, or I could decide to add, a saturation plugin. Both ways you could get more weight on your vocals. So let's try saturation. And for that, I'll be using Virtual Tape Machine from Slate Digital. So I just simply take this knob up.
Fun till the night is over. Wanna hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side, my side.
You can hear basically adds weight to the vocal just by being there. Okay, so I'm going to take down the vocals just a little bit.
Fun till the night is over. Wanna hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. is over. When I hold you so tight, coming close.
So let's also compare it to using parallel compression, CLA 76, the bluey version, because it's very aggressive.
Fun till the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side.
And then we'll just simply rename this parallel comp vox. And then you simply reduce takes all the way down and bring it up till it blends into the way you like it.
Fun till the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side.
Let's increase the breath control because it's becoming more pronounced. So I'm going to bring it down.
Fun till the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side. I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side. They thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Yeah, you pushing like a bee, but till I got you like you did something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love.
Right, so next we're going to create a reverb send. So I'm going to come to the lead vocals right here, send it in here, then just rename this reverb. We're going to use Pro R. And then I'm going to use a reverb calculator to find the parameters I'm going to put into my reverb. So all I need to do is type in my tempo, 110, and then click calculate. And I like to use the big room preset, 34 milliseconds pre-delay, then about 2.1 seconds decay time. So I'm simply going to come right here, 34, then 2.1. All right. Then I'm going to come to my EQ and just take away the low end to the mids of the reverb, because I don't want the reverb to have too much energy in the mix. So somewhere here. And I'm going to adjust the send from the lead vocals.
Coming closer, been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side. I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you were there by my side, shy girl, until I made you my girl. Yeah, you pushing like a bee, but till I got you like you did something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Things are getting sticky, girl, I think that I'm stuck.
Next thing I'm going to do is create let's try a delay send. I think a delay just to add some more stereo effects of the vocals. So I'm going to come right here, delete vocals, create a send right here, and then come to just name this delay. And then we're going to use pretty delay 2. I like ping pong, so it bounces left and right. And then I'm going to take this all the way wet, okay? And then I'm also going to adjust the time. Let's leave it at 3 steps to see how it sounds like. Let's reduce the number of repetition on the feedback volume and also reduce how loud the effect is on the input volume.
I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming close.
So let's try 4 step or 4 o'clock.
I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you so tight.
Alright, so it's really rushing into the vocals. So I'm going to come right here, try to control the send.
I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side, my side. I wanna be in your life until the night is over.
Now I'll be using an EQ again to shape the delay. Again, I don't want it to have that much weight.
I wanna be in your life until the night is over. Wanna hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side. I wanna be in your life until the night is over. Wanna hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single.
Then we'll listen to it with the lead vocals. With the beats.
I wanna be in your life until the night is over. Wanna hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side, my side. I wanna be in your life until the night is. Till I catch you like a day something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Things are getting sticky, girl, I think that I'm stuck. I don't mean I'm wrong when I know you gon' come for me. Never gonna not either, your loving is just to me. And I hit my phone when you say you need company.
So let me come back to the main lead vocal chain. There's something I need to do. I want to spread it out a little bit more. So let's use a stereo enhancer. Turn it on and spread it out a little bit.
Till I catch you like a day something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Things are getting sticky, girl, I think that I'm stuck. I don't mean I'm wrong when I know you gon' come for me.
And now we're going to come to the backup vocals. It's going to be really easy because it's just one backup vocal, and there was really a request here to turn it to radio vocals, like radio vox style. And one thing I could easily do is just copy these effects right here and just dump it on my backup vocal. But we're going to tweak it. So let's rename that. Then we're going to rename this, paste the name here. All right, so now after pasting the effects in here, all I need to do is just open the EQ, take it in, because we don't necessarily need as much body in the backup vocals. Also come to this EQ as well. And then also come to the backup vocals, the second EQ on the backup vocals, and cut some more body.
Till I got you like a day something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it.
And then how do we get the radio style effect? It's really simple. I could even come to the original EQ and just reset, right click, and then come to radio style.
Till I got you like a day something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Things are getting sticky, girl, I think that I'm stuck. I don't mean I'm wrong when I know you gon' come for me. Never gonna not either, your loving is just to me. And I hit my phone when you say you need company. I'ma run up on you. I'ma run up on you, yeah.
So now we need reverb on the backup vocals. So I could create a send and then just again copy the reverb effects from this and paste it in here, just to make your workflow faster. Then I could just rename this backup. So
till I got you like a day something. You ain't gotta wait for it. Till I got you like a day something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait till I got you like a day something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it.
Now for the backup vocals, you can be flexible with your reverb. So I want to increase the decay time so that it sounds, like it's lasting a bit longer. So let me take it to like maybe here and see.
Till I got you like a day something. You ain't gotta wait for.
Then relax the EQ.
Till I got you like a day something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Things are getting sticky, girl, I think that I'm stuck. I don't mean I'm wrong when I know you gon' come for me. Never gonna not either, your loving is just to me. And I hit my phone when you say you need company. I'ma run up on you. I'ma run up on you, yeah.
All right, so this is how the vocal sounds now. So let's hear it from the top and then we'll compare it with the unmixed to see if we did, if we did good.
Your life over.
Really loud.
I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side, my side. I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer. Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side, my side. They thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Got you pushing like a baby, till I got you like you did something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Things are getting sticky, girl, I think that I'm stuck. I'll admit I'm wrong when I know you gon' come for me. Never gonna not either, your loving is just to me. Every day you hit my phone when you say you need company. I'ma run up on you, I'ma run up on you, yeah.
Need to export this now so we can come back and master it. Come to export, wave. Always export your mixes as wave. So my settings typically for mixes, I like to use 32-bit floats when I'm exporting for a mix. And then I like to make sure I cut remainder and make sure I leave, make sure it's in stereo as well, and make sure I trim the PDC silences. That stuff that happens in the beginning of songs, make sure I trim it out, and then make sure my effects are on. If you have any effects on your master channel, because if you're hearing it while you're mixing, make sure it's also on as well. So then I simply click start. Right, so before we master, let's do a quick comparison of the mixed and the unmixed to see, if there's any difference, if it sounds better or worse, okay? But if you see the wave file, it's a bit different in terms of loudness, so let's reduce the volume of the unmixed so that, it kind of looks like the mixed. All right, so now let's do a comparison. This is the unmixed.
They thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Got you pushing like a baby, till I got you like you did something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Things are getting sticky, girl, I think that I'm stuck. I'll admit I'm wrong when I know you gon' come for me. Never gonna not either, your loving is just to me. Every day you hit my phone when you say you need company.
So you can hear there's a big difference between the mixed and the unmixed, and the unmixed sound on the mixed, sounds better. So now we're going to make sure our mix track is linked to the mixer so we can begin the mastering proper. So first I'm going to use an EQ and make sure to have this in linear phase mode so that we can correct this, and then step 6. And for my EQ when mastering, I can take it between 20 Hz all the way up to like 35-40 Hz. So I'll take this to about 30-80 Hz. Because the more headroom you have in your mix, the louder your masters can be, okay? So most times if you want more loudness, you need to sacrifice a little bit of bass, okay? So after taking that out, you can also use your EQ to correct maybe there's a slight harshness, or honk in your mix. You can use this.
They thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Got you pushing like a baby, till I got you like you did something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Been a lover right for everything.
So the next thing you could do, although it's optional, is to spread out the mix a little bit to give more of that modern width, okay? So I'm going to come right here. I'm going to come to presets. One of my favorite presets is the open mid-range. I like the open mid-range, or I also like to use enhanced space. So, and I also like modern width. So let's go with enhanced space. And then what I like this plugin is that you can simply click learn. It's going to learn the song.
Been a lover right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side, my side. I wanna be in your life until the night is over.
So what I don't like about this is that it typically tends to spread out the low end. I don't want the low end spread. I want the low end to be focused. Okay. Now this is a personal preference, all right? So I'm going to bring this down I want the low end narrow and focused. Same, the low mids. This is the low mids because this is what controls this basically. And I want the high mids and the high end to be more open and spacious.
Been in love with right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side, my side. I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer.
Right, so next we can make it a bit louder now, but first let's bring in a loudness meter, and I like to use Eq'ing. But any loudness meter with the LUFS range should work. So I'm going to come right here, then bring in a maximizer. Now make sure your loudness meter is at the bottom, okay, so that it gets proper and accurate reading, okay, not in between plugins. It needs to be at the last because all plugins, like, it flows downwards, okay. Or if you're using a rack that moves from left to right, so yeah, it goes from left to right, okay. So we're going to, this is for our integrated, we want to be within around -7 to -10 LUFS. And for our true peak max, we want to be in the negative most times, okay. So now occasionally it may go be above these numbers, but most times it should be within the range I just specified. So I'm going to come to this number 4 mode, IRC4. Then I like the modern. Sometimes I use the IRC3 and I like the crisp, but I'm going to come to this and use the modern. And then I'm going to bring this all the way down to get as much loudness as I can. Then I'll use the peak ceiling. I'll use the ceiling to control the true peak. Okay, so let's see how it goes.
Been in love with right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side, my side. I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer. Been in love with right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side, my side. They thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Got you pushing like a B-boy till I got you like you did something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Things are getting sticky, girl, I think that I'm stuck. I don't mean I'm wrong when I know you gon' come for me. Never gonna not either. Your loving is just to me. I ain't gonna hit my phone when you say you need company.
So you can see in the loudest part of my song, which is the hook, I'm sticking within those numbers. So you can click this to reset, and then let's see again.
Been in love with right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side, my side. I wanna be.
So you can see I'm in the negative, and I'm also at -9 LUFS, okay. So some songs even go as far as taking out even more low end.
Been in love with right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side, my side. I wanna be in your life until the night is over. When I hold you so tight, coming closer. Been in love with right for every single moment. You were there by my side, my side, my side. They thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Got you pushing like a B-boy till I got you like you did something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Things are getting sticky, girl, I think that I'm stuck.
And then just like that, you can export your master in WAV file, WAV 24 bits or 16 bits format. You export it and then you upload it to streaming platforms. And this is how you mix and master your song. Now, let me know in the comments if you found anything helpful or useful in this video. Let me know in the comments. And I remain Sir Classy, always happy to help. This is SC Tools. See you soon. Cheers.